What's going on, everyone? I'm Encore, and this is Tomorrow Never Comes. In today's video, what I want to go over is it's actually a video released by one of my top influencers. His name is BitBoy Crypto, not just mine. I mean, I believe he has what 1.5, almost 1.5 million followers. So, when they say influencer, he's that in the crypto markets. And I want to go over something that he's kind of laid out in terms of his 5 top strategies, or the team's 5 top strategies. Now they label it as to crush the crypto markets, and that's valid, right? If you do these things, very likely that you will do well. But this was something they kind of laid out high level for their core principles for the team, the company, within their crypto markets itself. So I want to touch on them. They did not go deep into any of these topics at all. It was more of a, I'll say teaser. It's not really a teaser, but it was more of a, hey, this is what's coming down the pipeline in terms of they are going to delve deeper into all 5 of these strategies. But he kind of just touched on it real quick. I just want to give my 2 cents, my thoughts on what's kind of being laid out here and how you should approach it. And if this kind of aligns with what I think moving forward. Now, BitBoy Crypto has been in this space, for quite some time. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel, definitely do so. I will say this, if you watch his content, I mean, he's got content for just about everyone, right? Depending on what sector you like within the crypto space, whether it's NFTs, DeFi, just hodling in general. I mean, you name it, he's got content for everyone. I will say, if you see content you don't like, and I'll say this for any influencer, dive a little deeper into the content as a whole. Don't just kind of throw out something because one particular piece doesn't resonate with you. I mean, if you're getting, every single piece that's not working for you, that's different. But try and take out the good stuff from any influencer, really, or anyone. And then, my mantra is always do your own research. So it doesn't matter who says what. Whether they predict something or give you a strategy and says it's going to be worthwhile, or even on the flip side, if they say something's not good, do your own research to find out if it's yes or no, and if it works for you. All right. So having said that, let's jump in here. They've got top 5 strategies here, and he goes through it, and they go from top to bottom in terms of 1 through 5. It doesn't mean it's weighted one is weighted more than the other. It's just kind of where they go. And I want to go actually in the reverse. Okay. So they ended off with navigate crypto safely. This is something that's always big, especially now on OpenSea. There's actually something that's happening. As certain things are changing on OpenSea, there seems to be some sort of hack or some bug, something that's going around that is draining people's NFT wallets. So NFTs are being taken out of their wallet, without their consent or their knowledge. So it's kind of been advised that you disconnect your MetaMask wallet from OpenSea, but from any site right now. And you guys can just do a quick Google search to see how that's done. Very, very simple, but definitely do that if you have any NFTs. So navigating crypto safely, that's always something you got to keep in mind. You always get stuff where, you'll see here's an airdrop coming your way. You might get certain things on Twitter, or even if you're on Discord, that seems similar to the actual project, but they'll change certain things, but 95% of it looks the same. And so you try and go and mint stuff through there, or click links through sites that are not the official site. And either you're going to get, when it comes to NFTs, either you're going to get a fake NFT, or once you connect, they're going to drain your account. Whatever you have in your MetaMask wallet can actually get drained out. So, and then beyond that, forget hacks alone. Just sending any asset from one address to the other. I've stressed this so many times. Always double, triple, quadruple check. That it's going to go from one address. You have everything laid out when you are transferring any asset. And at the same time, let's say you are 100% ready to go. You've done it 4 times. You've done it 10 times. You've checked all the addresses. I always advise send a portion. If it's an NFT, that's a different story. But if you're sending a certain amount, let's say it's Bitcoin, send the minimum amount just to see if where you're trying to send it to, it actually goes there. And then once that's confirmed, you can go back, do the exact same steps, and now you're confident that it's going to go where you want to go. So very, very important to navigate crypto safely. So check what sites you're connected to. I always like to go through Discords and Twitter and just kind of navigate through, or even those are the NFT sites like Sniper Tools, Rarity Tools as well. There's a few of them. There's a few of them out there where you can actually see the projects that are coming down the pipeline and connect through there. So definitely want to check those out, and then that's how I find the actual projects and link to them. So the next one is become an expert. Now, BitBoy mentioned something where, and many mentioned this actually, is you find your target, right? You find your niche of what you want, and you go hard in that one particular area, right? So, if you like NFTs and you like gaming, right, then you're going to go towards the gaming aspect and just put your blinders on and kind of delve deep. And he talked more about earning passive income that way, right? So you can create a YouTube channel, be an advisor, do all these kinds of things that can bring in flow based on the fact that people know you as an expert in one particular field. I agree with that. At the same time, I feel like you kind of have to feel your way out, right? You don't know what you don't know. So if you've never dealt with DeFi, decentralized finance, and you are a gamer, maybe you love decentralized finance, right? Now that one's a little bit different because when you love games, right? So you probably delve more in. But let's say you're a newbie. I don't know what I like, what I don't like. So I would say kind of test the waters and everything, see what the NFTs are like, see what the metaverse plays like, see what decentralized finance is like. All that kind of stuff you can kind of see and then delve deep. You could be someone who says, I just want to be a long-term holder. That's your niche, and you can jump into that. So I do agree, become an expert is a great way to make some flow, some cash flow or some token flow, however you want to kind of label it. But at the same time, I think you need to experiment, kind of find out what resonates with you, and then jump in that way. So the next one is build a balanced portfolio. I mentioned this most recent videos actually. These markets, especially now, they're so difficult to predict. I don't care who out there is 1,000% confident in their prediction, whether Bitcoin on the market. And remember, Bitcoin kind of leads the entire market. So as Bitcoin goes, the rest follow, right? So if some are saying that Bitcoin's going to drop to 10,000, some are saying Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000. Nobody has a crystal ball. I lean more towards Bitcoin is going to go up versus down, but who knows when. So you have to keep that in mind. And that's no different than any asset, right? When it comes to the stock market, they say the same thing, to build a balanced portfolio. The key really is how much are you diversifying? And so, because you can be over diversified, meaning you have too many assets, and that typically happens in crypto. Happened to me many times. And kind of narrowed down what I really understand and what I really focus on, and I kind of go into those ones now. But when you're in it and the market is high, I mean, you could pick anything, and you're like, yep, that doubled, yep, that tripled, and so you may have a portfolio that has 60 coins in them. There's no way you know anything about them to a level that you should, and they fluctuate so much. There's so much volatility that they can crash, and you're not going to feel very good about it, right? If you understand the fundamentals, you're in it for a little bit longer, you can kind of take the dips a little bit better. So building a balanced portfolio, very key. Understanding market behavior. So this one is more technical analysis. So you're looking at charts, you're kind of seeing, but I would recommend that everyone learns basics of the chart, right? You're actually reading, is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend? Are we in a downtrend within an overall big uptrend, right? So if that's a little confusing, that's okay. But you really want to see, all the chart is showing you is human behavior. That's it. It's showing you where people like to buy, where they're selling. Are they panicking? Are they greedy? It's kind of what they're showing you. That's what the chart is showing you. So you want to be in tune with that, right? Doesn't matter if you're long-term or short-term. It's just nice to have that grasp. Where are we? Is it where I don't really know what's happening, so I must sit on the sidelines That's also important to know. So we talked about in previous videos risk on versus risk off. Is it a good time to get in there to apply some risk to our behavior because things seem to be swinging upwards, or is it a risk off? Where we kind of want to sit more on the sidelines, or we're neutral and we're just kind of play it out and see how play it out and see how things kind of unfold. So that's important. And then for me, last but certainly not least, this is the most important for me, is developing a long-term mindset. So you may like to do some trading, unless you're a day trader, that's different. But maybe you have a little portion where you play with. But overall, I would say really focus on the fundamentals. Especially now as things have gotten volatile, I do not care. Don't care what the price is. I mean, I care in terms of can I buy more for cheap? But, and as it goes up, everyone always feels good. I don't care who it is. But at the same time, I'm not worried about it. I don't lose any sleep. I don't get overly excited. I don't get down into the dumps, when things kind of fall towards the basement when it comes to price action on Bitcoin or anything else. I just understand, and I'm comfortable with what I understand. I'm comfortable with the fact that I always need to learn more. The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. So, but the long-term part of it keeps me sane. I understand that this is here to stay. Not only stay, but this is here to take over pretty much every industry and every sector. So with that mindset, I'm all right when it comes to these short to medium terms, swings up or down. Doesn't bother me at all. And that there's a sense of peace that comes with that I didn't have when I first came in to the crypto space. You just if it's things are trending upwards every minute, every second, you're checking, right? And you're just on cloud nine. And then when things are falling, you're still checking, but now you've got tears when you're checking. So these are all important. I think these are great that they're going to touch on this and dive deep into each, strategy even further. And I can't wait to watch them myself. And I wanted to bring this to your attention that if you don't follow BitBoy, definitely take a look and see if it resonates with you. But these 5 strategies are key. And they talk about crushing it. That's great. But I would say just to stay sane. Okay, just to be even keel, these 5 are important. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Quick like, share it, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. All right, if this brought you any value. And as always, guys, just remember tomorrow never comes. Jump into the game. See you guys in the next one.